My name is Mia, and today I'm sharing a story I've carried inside me for 11 years. This is a true story, one that shaped me, hurt me, and ultimately taught me about healing. It might sound almost unbelievable, but it is my story, a true one. I was raised by my dad. I was only 13 years old, but truthfully, I didn't even know I was 13. Because I looked older, I begged my dad to let me spend the long vacation with a family friend. He was hesitant. I knew he just wanted to protect me, and I understood that. After I cried and pleaded, he finally agreed. Little did I know, that simple trip would change my life forever. There was a guy there, Henry, 27 years old. He comes often to the house of the auntie, and she would say they were related. He told me he liked me. He said he wanted us to be friends. I always said no. I never even knew I was still very young. I called him brother out of respect, and I never imagined he could hurt me. Henry worked in his family's small bakery inside their home. I went there often, sometimes with the children, sometimes alone. Because the bakery is a small one, they had just 2 workers. On that day, I went alone and it was just Henry. I bought bread, paid, and asked for my change. Henry asked that he goes inside to get the change. After waiting for so long, I called and asked what was delaying him. He asked me to come inside to collect it. I hesitated. Something didn't feel right, but I walked in anyways. I collected the money and turned to leave. He locked the door. I pleaded. I told him my auntie was waiting for me. I was scared, confused, and frozen. I didn't understand what was happening. I only knew I wanted to go home. That day, he took my pride from me. I didn't know what it was. I didn't scream. I didn't fight. I just froze. When he finally let me go, I ran home quietly, made excuses so no one would suspect, and stayed silent. Years later, in a higher grade, I overheard my peers having a conversation about one's pride as a girl, and it made me realize what had happened to me years back. The weight of that realization hit me. Anger, shame, and guilt followed. I asked myself, why didn't I scream? Why didn't I run? Why didn't I tell anyone? I felt like no one would believe me. I kept silent for 11 years with a heavy heart. I didn't like that gender. I even decided I would never get married. I am 24 years old now, and for the first time, I am telling the story with my own voice. Healing didn't come immediately. At first, all I carried was anger, shame, and guilt, and even today, a part of me still wonders if it was my fault. But deep down, I know the truth. I was a child. He was an adult, and it was never my fault. I didn't scream because I froze. I didn't run because I was scared. I didn't talk because I didn't have the words, and I didn't know the meaning of what happened to me until years later. Today, I choose healing. I choose self-forgiveness. I choose to stop blaming the younger version of me who didn't know any better. I know now that all men are not like Henry, and I choose to tell my story, not to reopen wounds, but to close them with truth. Sharing this true story is part of my healing, and I hope it helps anyone going through something similar. If you went through something like this, if someone took advantage of you, if you were too scared to scream, or too confused to speak, please hear me. It was not your fault. Your silence does not mean consent. Your pain is valid. You deserve healing. You deserve peace. You deserve to breathe again. Have you ever carried a pain in silence because you felt no one would believe you? What is one thing you wish you could tell your younger self right now? Do you believe children should be taught about boundaries earlier? Have you ever forgiven yourself for something you didn't understand at the time? What would you tell someone who is still blaming themselves for something that wasn't their fault? Thank you for listening to my story. For more true stories, please like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. You can also share your own story with us at trueheartstruestories1@gmail.com. Your story matters. Your voice matters. And you are never alone, because here at True Hearts, True Stories, where every heart tells a story, every heart deserves to be heard.